Around the world, there is an estimated 55.3 million people that die each year. Their deaths can be for a number of reasons, such as natural occurrence, accidentals, or capital punishment. This topic is a very controversial topic in the United States. People are either strongly for or strongly against this type of punishment. Capital punishment has both positives and negatives on why people are either for or against it. I believe that making a few changes to capital punishment could benefit everyone and make it so this argument can be resolved. The authorized methods for administrative executions for capital offenses in the United States are by lethal injection, electrocution, gas chamber, hanging, and the fire squad. The most common way of administering the death penalty is by lethal injection. The Death Penalty Information Center, or DPIC, published in 2016, says 33 states use this type of method. The least common ways to carry out executions are by hanging and the fire squad. Less than 4 states permit these types, says the DPIC. People think that capital punishment is a bad thing and that it should not be allowed to take place. Believe that it kills innocent people, doesn't get rid of the rate of murders, and is expensive to conduct. People that believe otherwise say that they believe it is justice, it doesn't account for people that plead life without parole, and they think that it does in some way help the homicide rate. Still, with both sides, David Mosky from Pew Research Center still states that even though support for the death penalty has dropped dramatically, it is still favored more than opposed. A poll from Pew Research Center also says that 49% of people favor capital punishment, whereas 42% do not favor capital punishment. I think that this is getting to be pretty equal, and soon people that are against this type of punishment will soon be greater than people who are for it. A big reason why people are against the death penalty is because they believe it is very dependent on your race. The Death Penalty Information Center, published in 2017, put on a table that showed the percent of people from each race that received capital punishment. The white race towered over any other population with 55.6%. This is why people for the death penalty are so appalled by this accusation. Even with that amount, there is still a big chunk of the race such as Black and Latino that make up the rest of the chart. I think that knowing all of this information and knowing why people have their own reasoning behind supporting or opposing the death penalty is very important to be able to come up with the solution to resolving this controversial topic. I think one way people could resolve this topic is by having the criminals that are not in prison for a highly serious crime to be a part of a group home or somewhere outside of the prison to alleviate the number of people in prison. I think that this will make it so everyone is able to stay alive without crowding the jail and making people have to pay so much money for these criminals. I think that this is a very good solution for the problem because then the people that are for the death penalty still have the criminal are still making the criminal pay for the problem that they administrated, because then the people are done pay for what he has done, and the people against the death penalty are keeping them alive. I know that this is a very far-fetched idea, but coming up with any ideas at all to resolve this issue is always the main goal. I believe that making a few changes to capital punishment could benefit everyone and make it so this argument can be resolved. Getting punished for a crime that is not always the answer, but making sure everyone agrees with the punishment is the ultimate goal.